Hello, my name is Rohit Gadiwal and you are?
I'm Pamela Tulapat.
So what brings you in today, Pamela?
I've been recently diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, and my doctor prescribed me a medication specifically for the sulfate, which I discontinued last month ago as I was having blackberry stool. That's kids.
Well, I understand your concerns, Pamela, that you discontinued your medication because you got scared of black stool. So how's it affected you so far since you have stopped your medication?
I've been working as a waitress. I usually work double shift. Whenever I take people's order, I notice that I'm usually having shortness of breath, I'm having headache, I get lethargic throughout the day.
But as you mentioned that you have been diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, do you know what anemia is?
To be honest, I actually don't know what anemia is. I mean, I only heard from my doctor that I lack in iron. I mean, what is iron? I only know that iron is what utensils are made of.
Well, before we get into learning and teaching process, Pamela, how do you learn the best?
Through one-on-one interaction like this or by visuals?
Well, so there's a lot of causes for iron deficiency anemia, Pamela. So it could include blood loss, inadequate diet, poor intestinal absorption. So, we have anemia, iron deficiency anemia. We have blood flowing all throughout our body. And whenever we try to do any activity or execute a task, our body requires oxygenated blood to specific organs so our organs can live and just provide oxygenated blood to our organs. So in case of iron deficiency anemia, in our blood, right, we have things called red blood cells that carry oxygen within our body to our different organs. So our red blood cells, they die within 120 days and they get recycled back. What iron does in the body is, when these red blood cells dies after 120 days, it helps to recycle those old red blood cells and in the production of the new red blood cells. So since you lack iron, what happens is your old red blood cells dies and there's not enough production of the new red blood cells back in your bloodstream. So you're lacking red blood cells in your blood. So, and as you have mentioned, you're working as a waitress. Whenever you try to do any activity, you get lethargic, you feel fatigue and shortness of breath. So what happens is you don't have enough red blood cells in your body for your red blood cells to carry that oxygen to your different part of the body you need. So that's why you've been experiencing lethargicness, shortness of breath, and fatigue all the time. I know it's quite a lot of information to take in, but you can take this brochure home and refer back to it when you get home to get more additional information about it.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So as you have mentioned that you've been working as a waitress, you've been working double shift, I understand it's hard. How's your diet like?
To be honest, I actually don't have time to prepare meals for myself, so I usually buy fast food. I love pizza, burger. I usually drink coffee. But I'm only 21. I want to feel energetic, so what can you recommend me?
Well, Pamela, there's a lot of interventions we can talk about. Mainly, we'll firstly go back to your medication part. Remember how you mentioned that you discontinued your medication because you experienced black stool. So Pamela, whenever you are on ferrous sulfate, the medication for iron supplement, it's a really common adverse effect to have black stool. It's just your medication is working. So it's really nothing to be concerned about, and I would strongly recommend you to start your medication as been prescribed by your physician. Also, what you can do, you can take the medication between your meals to decrease the GI upset, along with orange juice. So like whenever you're taking your iron supplement medication, try to take it with vitamin C, like orange juice. So whenever you're taking medication, instead of water, just take vitamin C. What it does is like it enhances the absorption of iron in the body. So that's what you can do. Also, the medication you are taking, it will increase your hemoglobin levels about 2 grams per deciliter in 4 weeks. Also, second most important thing, your diet. As you mentioned, like you're working double shifts. I know it's really hard to get time to prepare your meals or whatnot, but you really need to modify your diet, Pamela. Since you have iron deficiency, you need to get the iron level up in your body. So what I would recommend is food: red meat, chicken, fish, green leafy vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach. You need to incorporate these things in your diet instead of pizza and the fast food. Also, you need at least 18 to 45 milligrams of iron per day in your body. So like try to distribute it within your 3 meals, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, whenever you go for grocery shopping, you can buy, like, they have like these iron fishes. So whenever you're cooking your food or anything, you can drop that fish in your food, and whenever your food's cooking, your food absorbs iron from there. And that's the other way you can get iron in your food. And the fish is reusable. Just wash it and drop it in your food. You can use it for like good one month or 2 months, like that. So that you can look into that. So these are some interventions I would recommend you to take. So I know it's a really lot of information and teaching for one day, but like just to make sure we're both on the same page, can you tell me what we have talked about and you have learned so far, please?
Yeah, sure. I've actually, first off, I've learned that iron is not just what kidney cells are made of, but it is actually an important mineral in our body, in which it helps red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout my body. Secondly, I've learned for the medication, I've learned to not discontinue it just because I'm having bacterial stool, which is one of the most common side effects of this medication. Thirdly, I have to modify my diet. I need to include iron-rich foods such as red meat, chicken, eggs, leafy green vegetables such as broccoli and spinach. And for my medication, I have to take it in between meals to minimize my GI upset, and I have to take it with either vitamin C or orange juice to greatly absorb it. And yeah, that's all that.
That's really good, Pamela. You pretty much covered all the bases we talked about today. Also, I will schedule a blood test 1 month from now. We will see your hemoglobin, hematocrit, and serum iron level, how you're doing, and if they have gone up or not. So I will schedule that for you. It's a lab test. And basically, for like the normal lab value for the serum iron is 12 to 300 nanograms per ml. So after a month, we'll do a blood test for you again, and we'll see your blood levels again, if your iron have gone up or not, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sure.
All right, Pamela, do you have any more questions?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.